Gas-Cappy gas pump. I am the niece of the world-famous gas pump brothers. My two uncles, Unleaded, diesel gas pump, have owned the only gas station in Coffee Time, USA for the last 40 years. When I asked Jesus Christ to come into my heart and to be my Lord and Savior, I knew that he had a plan for my life. I thought maybe I could be a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
I thought so.
At 5 foot,
I was
likely.
thinking.
Yeah. But since I can't throw a football more than 3 feet, I knew that that was not my calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good revelation there. I thought maybe I could be the next great American Christian opera singer.
Oh, yeah.
But since I can't carry a tune in a tin bucket, I knew that was not for me. Then one day my uncle's Unleaded and diesel gas pump decided they wanted to retire in 2 years. So they asked me if for the next 2 years I would like to train so I can take over the Gas Pump Brothers gas station in downtown Coffee Time, USA in 2 years. Well, I jumped at the chance, and now for the last 3 months I have been training with my Uncle Unleaded and Uncle Diesel to take over in 2 years. You see, folks, gas just runs in our family's veins. True. One day at lunch at the Marsha Macaroni Cafe, the possum was really good too. I went to lunch with my Uncle Unleaded, and he said to me,
I get to talk now.
yeah, I know. It's so like me to,
all right, here we go.
Stage.
Well, Gas-Cappy, I want you to know that you are my favorite niece of all.
I think I am your only niece, Uncle Unleaded.
Well, what better reason?
I sure have enjoyed training with you and Uncle Diesel the last 2 months. I really believe this gas station life is my calling.
Yeah, I kind of believe it also, Gas-Cappy. When you thought at one time that you wanted to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys someday, I was really excited. I thought for sure I would get free season tickets, but you cannot have everything.
Yeah, sorry about that. Uncle Unleaded, my mother, a kerosene gas pump, told me it was you and Uncle Diesel that took me to the hospital the day she went into labor with me.
That is true. Absolutely, Gas-Cappy. Your father, regular gas pump, was out of town on business when your mother, kerosene gas pump, called and said that she was in labor. I asked your mother how far the contractions were apart, and she said an hour apart. So your Uncle Diesel and I rushed right over.
Well, why did you rush an hour apart? It's not bad.
Well, because we were 2 hours from the hospital. So you do the math. When we got to your mom's house, we ran out of gas right in the driveway. And your mom said there was a can in the garage, but it was no use. The cap was stuck.
Well, what did you then do then, Uncle Unleaded?
Well, your Uncle Diesel and I took turns pushing the car. It's really hard to speed to the hospital in an emergency when you can't do over 7 miles per hour.
Why didn't you or Uncle Diesel call an ambulance?
Well, we actually couldn't. Your Uncle Diesel was putting a new engine in it back at the gas station and had not finished it yet. In fact, people were getting a little upset in the community of Coffee Time because it took 6 months for us to get that old ambulance up and going again. But hey, did your mother ever tell you how you got your name, Gas-Cappy?
No, she never did. She has been pretty busy.
Oh, well, it's because we couldn't get the cap off that can to put gas in the car. So she wanted to name you her little gas pump. But I told her, you can't name a girl Gas Cap. That is a boy's name. So she decided wisely on naming you with a real girl's name, Gas-Cappy.
I am sure glad I never had to go around with the name Gas-Cap. I would have been teased for sure growing up.
Yeah, Gas-Cappy is a name I find with a lot of style, though, and prestige, so it was a good choice.
So you told me when you retire in a couple of years, you and Uncle Diesel want to spend more time doing some of your hobbies.
That's right, Gas-Cappy. We want to spend more time rock watching.
Rock watching? What is that all about, Uncle Unleaded?
Well, you've heard of bird watching, right? Well, this is even better. Your Uncle Diesel and I want to watch rocks. It's a whole lot better than bird watching. When you want to take a picture, you don't have to worry about the rocks flying away.
Wow.
Wow, no wonder you and Uncle Diesel have been so successful in the gas station business. You both are very sharp thinkers, Uncle
Why,
Unleaded.
thank you. Thank you. I do have one bit of advice for you, though, Gas-Cappy. Even though you know your calling is to take over the Gas Pump Brothers gas station, in a couple of years, your number one calling is to be the best child of God that you can possibly be. Owning this gas station and representing Jesus Christ to the community of Coffee Time USA is the very best thing you can do with your life right now. Always remember what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 10. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. And then in verse 32 he goes on, he says, give no offense neither to the Jews nor the Gentiles nor the church of God, even as I please all men in all things, not seeking mine own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved.
Watching you and Uncle Diesel do that every day of your life while I was growing up is what inspired me to follow in the same calling of you and Uncle Diesel both. You guys are heroes of mine.
Why,
That's
thank
true.
you, Gas-Cappy. You are going to make this hero cry. I'm so proud of you.
You will also be proud of me, Uncle Unleaded, because I got a $20 tip from Marge, the librarian, this morning after I filled up her car and washed her windshield.
Really? I don't even believe that. The only tip I ever got from her was a book from the library on the proper way to clean windows and glass.
That's because Marge and I are buddies.
All right, well, back to work.
All right.